Alright, so I am in career mode in NASCAR Heat 5. This is actually my first career mode race. I chose to start as a team owner, and I am in the truck series here, so this is not a good truck. You can upgrade your equipment and upgrade the training on your people and everything, get the truck up to where it's rated 100 on aero, suspension, and engine. And I think I am at like 82 or something. So it's not a fast truck, but in the draft, that can make up for a lot. So let's go over what the setup is. I run threes all across the board as far as bump and rebound settings. I think that's pretty standard. I run softer front shocks and really soft rear shocks here at Daytona. I think that's what a lot of people do. That softer rear shock, I think, helps the truck squat down in the back and give you a little better aero feel. A lot of people max out the tire pressure, and maybe with a truck that's rated as low as this one is, I should. But a lot of people max it out at 60 across the board. I just feel like you get a little more control if you're running the tire pressures I've got here at 40 and 50 as opposed to, having them maxed out. I feel like you're kind of running around on balloons, and it's a little harder to control. Not a whole lot else to say other than the rear end ratio. If I had a better truck, I would probably drop it down to a 3, but given that this truck is such a weak engine, I'm running a 310 to try to make up for the lack of power. So with that being said, let's get out and make 2 or 3 laps, see if I can stay in the draft at least. I skipped qualifying just to get to the race because I figured with this truck I was going to qualify at the back anyway. So let's see. Ideally, I want to get to the bottom here, keep somebody behind me so that I can get to the bottom and keep somebody behind me. It seems like if you are the last truck in the draft, especially if you've got a weak truck, you don't have somebody behind you catching some of that air, that it's easy to lose the draft.
Careful, still there. Clear left. Got one inside.
I may have to kind of force my way. Oh, there's Harmon moving up, which gives me a chance to move down, which is what I wanted. I won't go through the whole 25 laps here just to keep the video kind of short, but I will run 2 or 3 here just so you can see. This is a new game to a lot of people, just so you can see a little bit of how it plays and how the AI performs. My sense is the trucks are a little easier to control. Maybe that's just me. But I feel like they're a little easier to control. The AI seems to be a little more competitive. I feel like when they get a run on you, I did some practice sessions at 1.5 mile tracks. It seems like if you got a truck around you and you make a mistake and slip up the track or something, they can get a big run. And it seems like they close up a lot of ground in a hurry.
Still there.
So it does seem like they're a little bit more competitive, but again, that may be because I don't have that fast of a truck yet. We'll just have to see. Another thing I'm interested in, it used to be if you had 3 good finishes in a row, you got momentum in career mode. I'm not sure if you still do that or not, because I haven't had enough career mode races to see.
Careful, still there.
In the draft, this setup has really performed pretty well.
Still there.
But I'm telling you that the truck, obviously without all the upgrades to the equipment and the pit crew and everything, it's not a great truck. I'll be the first to admit that.
Careful, still there.
That was kind of an aggressive move there, Tyler Ankrum. I will try to put out setups for every track that I race as I work my way through career mode. So please watch the channel. Feel free to ask for any specific setups or questions in the comments. And as soon as I work my way up to a track, I will be happy to throw up a setup for you.
Look ahead for me. Clear outside.
The characteristics of my setups is I like to have something that I call the average person can drive. A lot of the setups you see online are done by elite racers for elite racers, and I feel like those guys can have a car set up on the edge where it is really fast but really tough to drive. I can typically come up with a setup that's a lot easier to drive. It's just a 1/10 or 2/10 off what the lap times they are posting. And I pride myself on having setups where the tires will last for the whole fuel run, or at least within a lap or two of the end of the fuel run. So those are kind of what you'll get out of my videos if you subscribe to the channel. And I will tell you now, thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe. It means a great deal to me. I'm trying to build up some traffic, see what kind of content people like and what would make them watch. So appreciate you watching, and with that, I'm going to end the video.